Biswajeet Mishra with me. Biswajeet Mishra is an agriculturist who loves also a content creator who is very passionate about everything green. So as I was talking to him, I got to know that how much indoor planting can make your house a better place, how gardening gives you confidence, gives you a daily life routine. So Biswajit, I want to know that how did you get into gardening? What made you love this process, love these plants?
Thank you for introducing me. So I am very passionate about gardening. So from my very childhood, I have been associated with gardening because I have seen my grandfather doing backyard gardening in the backyard. I also go with him to plant some saplings in the garden. So it has been a very good journey of mine in the gardening process. So from very beginning on, from the childhood, I have been associated with gardening and doing planting in my garden. So I love plants. As you can see, I am also now surrounded by so much of plants because I love plants and I can't live without plants. This is the main motto of my life. So thank you for introducing me like this.
That's a really good take on gardening. And as I was talking to him earlier, he is studying agriculture. How much he loves gardening, how much he wants to give to the world through his gardening experience, to his knowledge. So today he is here to educate us, to give us knowledge about how you can make your home a better place, your life a better journey. I'm handing over the stage to you, Biswajit.
Thank you. So first of all, I will help all of my viewers to know about what is indoor gardening. Indoor gardening is generally based upon choosing of plants which requires low light, uh, low soil fertility, and also less water, so that they can thrive indoors. So first of all, I will talk about my favorite plant, snake plant. Snake plant is the best indoor plant because since I have been planting this in my garden, it requires less light and can thrive anywhere in bedrooms, drawing rooms, dining rooms, etc. They are also having good growth, green look, and they require less soil fertility and less water. We can give around little much water to the plants in around 10 days or 15 days interval. They will thrive. They are also regarded as the oxygen bomb plant because they give us ample oxygen for our respiration. So we can keep snake plants in our home, in our bedrooms mainly, so that they can give us oxygen in night. Due to their CAM pathway, they produce oxygen in night. So they are very good plants for our indoor homes. Then we can come to peace lily. They are very much used nowadays in hotels. So we can also keep them in indoors, like in our bedrooms or in our drawing rooms, so that it gives a good look to the space. It also gives a aesthetic look, like it has a nice white spadix coming out, so it gives a good look. So how to check the watering of the peace lily is the main thing. When we are planting a peace lily in the indoor garden, we can see that sometimes the leaves are looking droopy or they are drooping down. So it is a sign that the peace lily requires some water. So we can go for the bottom watering of the plants. For that, we have to give the water in the bottom plate, then we have to keep the pot so that the roots will absorb the water from the bottom and the leaves will get good turgid and will look green. Then we can come to the lucky bamboo. They are also referred as the Vastu plant in our homes. They can be grown in water and in soil. We can keep them in water, and for giving nutrition to the plant, we can go for using of liquid nutrition from online stores. We can buy some liquid fertilizer, or in home we can also develop some liquid fertilizer. Then we can go for the use of the most common plant, the erica palm. As you can see, I have a big erica palm site. So this is the most common plant in every indoor gardener's home. It is very much a good plant because it looks bushy, gives a good aesthetic look to the area, and also easy to care. But Erica palm requires indirect sunlight for its growth. So these are the basic introduction of the plants. And now we will talk about the light requirement of the plant. As we can see, there is low light requirement plant, medium light requirement plant, and high light requirement plant. Low light requirement plant contains pothos and snake plants because they require low light and can also do their photosynthesis in low light. In medium light requirement plants, we can take examples as philodendrons and other plants like lucky bamboos because they require medium light and thrive in the medium light and can do their photosynthesis. Then for the highlight plants, we can go for the succulents because succulents are the type of plants which are mainly grown in deserts. They are known for their thick leaves. So due to their high sunlight loving nature, they should be kept in an area which gives indirect high sunlight. So for the good growth of the succulents, we should also use all the potting mixtures according to the different plants. So for example, we can use sandy soil for succulents, we can use coco peat mix soil for erica palms. We can also use sandy soil for the snake plants. So today I will be talking about the fertilizing of the indoor plants and its water. So first of all, when we are giving water to the indoor plants, we should check that watering more the indoor plants causes rot of the roots. This is the main issue found by many of the indoor gardeners. So what should we do? So we should go for the foliar application of the plants. When we give water through the foliar spray, then it gives a proper humidity to the plants and also maintains a moisture level around the atmosphere of the plants and also helps to clear the dust particles on the plants. So as you can see, if there is any dust particles on the leaves, so we can go for the use of foliar spray by the use of which the dust particles will be washed away and it will help the plant for better photosynthesis. And after giving a foliar spray to the plants, less water will be absorbed by the roots, which will give the roots a better supply of water to the plants in minimum intervals. So it will keep the plants good. In my plants, I always go for the foliar application of water rather than watering them to the watering can because it will give them much water to the plants, which will cause the root rot. So these are the water requirements. For fertilizer requirements, we can go for the use of vermicompost, which is available online, and also we can do in our garden by the use of kitchen waste or farm waste. We can also go for the use of liquid fertilizers like the vermiwash, or if we are preparing any bioenzymes in our home, we can also go for the use of the bioenzymes in the plant because they are also helpful for the plant and organic in nature. And there comes the main issues with the plant, which is disease and pest attack. So whenever we see the indoor plants, we may notice aphids, thrips, and mealybugs attack in the plants because they are the major pest in the plants. So what to do? So we can go for the use of neem oil. So first of all, we can take some amount of neem oil, dilute it in water, and then we can go for the spraying of the neem oil to the plants. Remember one thing that always spray any neem oil or any pesticide or insecticide to the plants in the evening hours after 3 or 4 p.m. so that it will act upon the pest and insects in the night because in night time they come to the plant and lay their eggs and do their activities. So applying the pesticide or insecticide or neem oil in the plant in the evening time is helpful. And in the morning, wash the plants thoroughly so that it will wash off the remnant insecticides and pesticides. It will help the plants to give a good growth. And if you want your plant to be green and lushy and bushy, so you can give your plants one bath a month. You can keep all the plants together and spray as much as water to them so that all the dust particles and the other inert materials will be washed away. Then keep the plants in the indirect sunlight so that they will get ample sunlight for their growth, and then you can keep them indoors. So now I will show you how to prepare a potting mix for the garden, and you can use this in your indoor garden. So let's start the process. First of all, I am taking a ceramic pot. You can take pot of any sizes or any type. Like you can also select plastic pots, ceramic pots, clay pots, even if cement pots, etc. But I am taking ceramic pots because it looks nice. As you can see, I have also planted a plant and it's giving a good aesthetic look. So I am taking a pot. Then I will go for, I am taking some coco peat. This is a powder form of coco peat. This is very good for making soil mixture. Then I will take some vermicompost. This is the vermicompost I have made in the garden. So this is very good for potting mix. Then I will go for the use of some soil, which is garden soil. Then we will mix them up thoroughly. So I am mixing some vermicompost with the garden soil
Guys, keep
and
asking
then some
questions.
coco peat.
Guys, keep asking question. At the end, Biswajit will answer all your questions. We'll have a Q&A session at the end.
So coco peat is added to give to keep a good moisture content of the soil. Vermicompost is added to give proper nutrient content to the soil. And soil mixture or garden soil is needed for the proper grip of the root structure. Then we will mix them up, all the soil mixture. So I am keeping them aside. So after proper mixing them, you can also use gloves if you want, but I prefer using my hands. Then I will use this mixture in the pot. So after keeping some mixture in the pot, then I have selected some good snake plants. These are snake plants which are good, and see there are pups coming out. So now I will plant them up. So I'm adding more soil near it. Preparing a good potting mixture is the basic part of any indoor gardening because many of us we make mistakes. So first we should learn how to make a good potting mixture. You can also add some sand if you want for getting a good mixture. Sand is preferred for succulent type of plants. For foliage plants, we can take garden soil. It's okay. So as you can see, my plant is ready. Then we will water the plants and they are good to go. So after planting the plants, we should keep the plants in indirect sunlight so that it will give a good growth to the plant and also help in the anchorage of the roots in the soil. So these are the basic things which we should learn, and these are the basics of indoor gardening. So if you have any questions, then you can ask.
Yes, guys, keep asking questions. If you have any, we are here to answer them. So, Biswajit, how do you maintain an indoor garden? Because obviously, they need sunlight, they need a lot of care. So, are there any indoor plants which are of less care, that you don't have to take care of that much?
Yes, there are many plants which require less care, like snake plants and lucky bamboo. Snake plants require less care in the indoor garden because they are succulent in nature. So, if once we give water to them, they can withstand the moisture level in their roots and can perform their metabolic activity for the days to come. So, in a 15 to 10 days interval, we can water them, and for giving sunlight, we can keep them in indirect sunlight or in low light because they are not so light friendly plants. So they are good to use and less requires activities for them. But if we consider erica palm or any philodendrons or peace lilies, they require proper fertilization, proper airflow, and proper moisture level maintenance and light. Peace lily is a plant which is very much sensitive to moisture level. Once we are missing to water the plants, the leaves will droop down. So proper watering activities should be followed up in peace lilies. So we can keep a timetable like there is snake plant, and if we are giving water on Monday on this date, so we can plan accordingly that after 10 days we have to water the snake plant. If we are considering peace lily, then we can also make a calendar of peace lily and tell that okay, on Monday I have given water to peace lily, then on Thursday or Friday we can water them again to keep a good moisture level. In Erica palm, we can also go for watering in 2 to 3 days once, and fertilization is required to plants. The best time of fertilization to the plants is during the winters. In winters, the plant are dormant. So if we are giving fertilizers, then they will be enhancing their capability of taking the nutrients from the soil, and we will be taking nutrients in small amount. And in summer, we have to take care of all the indoor plants due to the dry nature. Because when the environment is dry and humidity is also low, so the plant soil will be drying much faster. So we have to keep watering our plants through foliar spray so that the plants will remain moist. We can also use the liquid fertilizer application in the plants so that the plants will get good fertilization, and also proper watering will help them for their better growth. These things will keep the plants in good growth. We have to also check the pest and disease attack during the rainy season, because rainy season favors the attack of pests, diseases, fungal diseases, etc. Because the spores are high in nature, so they will be coming and attacking the plants. So for that, we have to keep applying neem oil to the plants for better prevention of the diseases and pests during the rainy season. So these are the basic things which we can keep in timetable and also follow up to keep our plants healthy, green, and bushier.
Okay, that's a really great insight. Like, that's a really good explanation of how to take care of your indoor plants. So, are there any do you feel that makes a home or an indoor space more aesthetic? Like, are there any specific plants which you can use for decorating as well?
Yes, there are many plants like pothos, philodendrons, monsteras, etc. Pothos, philodendrons, monstera are climber plants. So we can use moss stick to help them to climb. So when we are growing pothos, philodendrons, or nearly climbing plants, so we can go for the use of moss sticks in it so that it will climb and will give a bushier look. Erica palm is commonly grown in our indoors for a bushier look to the plants. It is mainly kept in the entrance rooms or in the drawing rooms for a good look. Snake plants are mainly kept in the bedrooms for its oxygen capacity, because it is referred as oxygen bomb, and also purifies many harmful chemicals in the air. It is also referred as the air purifier plant by the NASA. So there are many plants which are referred as air purifier plant by NASA. So one of them is the snake plant. So when we are growing philodendrons and pothos of different kinds or monsteras, we should always apply some fertilizer in liquid form, because their roots are coming as prop roots. So if we will be applying fertilizer in the soil, then the plant will not get that much nutrition from them. But when we are keep giving fertilization through the spray like foliar spray, we are mixing some liquid fertilizer in the sprayer bottle, then we are spraying them to the plants, then it will help the plants to get more anchorage and also help the plant to keep bushier leaves. So when we are going for the planting of monsteras in the moss stick, then we have to properly tie the roots of the plants to the moss stick so that it will get good anchorage to the moss in there, and the proper germination of the roots will give the proper plant growth and help in good nutrition. So there are also some plants like pothos, money plant, which we call it money plant because it is a good oxygen plant and it requires less light. So according to some Vastu, if you refer, the money plant is kept in the southeast direction. So you can also refer to Feng Shui and Vastu, when you are keeping some plants in your home, it may attract much positive energy because plants are referred as the boon for any Vastu problems because they are considered as the most positive energy thing in any house. So I am growing these plants. So these are giving a good positive energy and keeping a good positive aura around me. So when you are growing plants in your home, then it can turn any negative area into a positive area because they are good positive aura plants. So they are rich in positive energy also according to the Feng Shui Vastu. So you can also refer and also grow plants according to them. Hope my answer is being good to your question.
Yeah, yeah, it perfectly fits the fits what I was looking for. I guess you have answered all the questions the audience is asking because no other questions are there. So thank you, Biswajit, for joining us and enlightening us with your knowledge. And as you told, you are studying agriculture, so I understand how deeply you have studied gardening and how deeply you are into this, and the knowledge you have given us is not just about the plants, it's about factual knowledge as well, that
Yes.
how correctly you should be into how much commitment, how correctly you should take care of a plant, how should is not just about the love, it's a commitment. So thank you for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Please go follow Biswajeet Mishra he is under the name Yatharth. His ID is in our description. Go follow him and get as much knowledge as you want, and also follow us and subscribe to us. Thank you everyone.
Thank you for this. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.